Welcome to our channel. Today in this video I am going to create this beautiful sandstone rock material in Blender with the help of the node. And here you can see that this is the custom node group for this material, and if I select this and press tab on the keyboard, you can see a lot of different nodes are connect with each other to create this procedural material. And this is the custom node from where you can control the many parameters given in this node group. And here you can see this material contain the different types of four color and many other parameters to control the behavior of this material. And here you can see if I change the color, you can change color as you want. And if I change this color, you can see the changings. And this is the noise scale for this material, and this is the noise detail, and this is the flat scale for this material, and you can see the material is changed. And this is the roughness. You can increase or decrease the roughness according to your environment. And this is the bump strength number 1 and number 2 for this material. And finally this is the displacement scale. You can choose the displacement value carefully to see that the material look like the same. So how you can create this beautiful material, we will come back after this quick break of my realistic material add-on. Welcome to the realistic material library. This realistic material library currently contains 320 plus procedural material divided into the 26 different categories. And here you can see the different categories of this procedural material add-on. And this is the abstract, asphalt, brick, tiles, fabric, food, man-made, wood, tree box, and much more. And here you can see the preview of this procedural material. This is the abstract type, this is the asphalt, this is the bricks and tiles material. And here you can see a lot of procedural material, and you can also find many material. And this is the marble material, and this is the metal material. And here you can see the material. This is the wood material, and this is the wood floor material. And here you can see a lot of different procedural material which you can apply to your object to create your scene easily. And when you applied the procedural material to your object or 3D mesh, like this is the buffalo plate material, which is the fabric type. And from here in the setting, you can change many parameters given for this material. And here we can increase the scale of this procedural material. And here you can see the changings. And this is the color 1 for this material, color A, and this is the black material. And here you can see the changings. And you can also change this material to see the effect. So in this way, by using the settings given for each material, you can change the setting for the material according to your environment. And if you want to purchase this add-on, then you can visit the link which is in description of my Blender Market store. First, I open the Blender, and here you can see that I am in camera view and also in rendered view. And this is the 3D viewport, and this is the shader editor where I am going to add the nodes to create this beautiful material. And I am in shading tab. So first I hit the new button to create a material for this object. And here I rename this material to the sandstone rock material, which is I am going to create. And now here I add the nodes to create this material. So first I add the node, which is the very famous one, noise texture, and place it something like here. And by selecting this noise texture, press Ctrl T. This will be add the texture coordinate and mapping. And this is due to the node regular add-on. And you can also enable the node regular add-on in your system to use the feature of the node regular. So here I am use the object coordinate, and here I adjust some value of this noise texture. So here I increase the scale up to the 15. First I preview this by selecting this, press Ctrl Shift to preview the noise texture. This is also the feature of the node regular add-on. And here I increase the detail up to the max, which is the 15, and decrease the roughness 0.450. Now this is looking nice, beautiful. Move this node here and here I search for the mix color by pressing Shift A, search for the mix color and place it here, and here I change the value mix to the linear light, and also use this parameter to directly put this into the B and put the mapping into the A, and here you can see the changing, and here I reduce this factor up to the 0.100, and in mapping here I also set the value of the z-axis 0.15, and now this is looking nice. And now here I add the two Voronized texture by pressing Shift A, search for the Voronized texture and place it here, and Shift D to duplicate this and also place it here, and put this result of the linear light into the vector. Beautiful. And here I adjust the value of the first Voronized texture, and here I put the number 350, and here you can see the changings, and remain all the settings unchanged to preview this distance to see the black and white data. And now here I set the value of this Voronized texture, and first I preview this, and here I decrease the scale up to the 4 and remain all the settings unchanged. And now I want to mix both of these Voronized texture, so search for the mix color and place it here, and here I put this distance into the B and this distance of the Voronized texture into the vector, and by pressing Ctrl Shift to preview the effect, and here I make this color more dark, something like this, to preview both of these Voronized textures. Nice. To make this more contrasty, here I search for the color ramp and put it here and move this node here, and now I flip the color ramp and move this pointer something like here. I think here we can adjust this after some changings, but now this is looking nice. And here I add another mix, sorry, this is the mix shader, another mix color, and put it here, and put this into the vector, and here I change the color something like some light color. This is looking nice, and duplicate this, and here I change this color something like this, and make it some more dark. You can adjust this after some settings, and now this is looking so nice. Now I add some bump nodes to see the material clearly. So first I put this into the base color, and here you can see the changings, and here I search for the node, bump node, and place it here, and put this into the normal, and here I use this value into the height of the bump, and here you can see the changings, and here I reduce this strength up to the 0.100, and duplicate this by pressing Shift D to duplicate this, and put this normal into the normal by mixing the multiple bumps, and here I use this distance, second Voronoi, into the height, and here you can see the changings, and here I put the value of 0.200. Now this is looking some kind of sandstone, but we make it more refined by adding some more parameter and also displacement at the final. So Here I add the another node, which is the noise texture. Pressing Shift S, search for the noise texture and place it here, and use this mapping into the vector. And by pressing Control Shift to preview this, and here I increase this value. I think 19 is looking better in my case, and increase the scale up to the max, and also the roughness to the 0.700. Now this is looking nice texture. And to make it more contrasty, here I search for the color ramp and put it here, and move this to make it some more light type. I think this is looking good. And here I search for the another mix color to mix this into here. So here, and put this color into the vector by pressing Control Shift to preview this. And here I change this color, something like this type of color. This is looking so nice. Pressing Control Shift to preview this. And here I add some more setting to this. So here I search for the color ramp. Pressing Shift A, search for the color ramp, and place this value into the factor. And now here I preview this to see the changings. And by pressing plus button, we add another factor. And now I adjust this something like this, and move this pointer here, and also move this here, and make this pointer dark to see the changings. And here we can change the value. I think this is looking nice. And move this node here, and here I mix this value. So for that, here I search for the another mix color and put it here, and put this into the A, and this value into the vector, and press Control Shift to preview this. And here I change the color of this, and make something like this color, and make it some more dark to see the patches. Now this is looking so beautiful, and here you can see the changings. And now I want to add the uh, displacement and roughness to this material. Now for that, I search for the node, displacement node, by pressing Shift A, and search for the displacement, and place it something like here. And here I change some setting of the displacement. Here I reduce the scale 0.040, and put this displacement into the material output. And here I use this value, second Voronoi, into the height. And here you can see the material is actually displaced. You can increase the value to see more displacement, and this is quite unreal. So back to the original value, and we have set this material into the material setting. And here the surface type is displacement bump only, and here I choose the displacement and bump. Now here you can see the material is displaced. Now this is looking beautiful. Now I want to add the roughness to this material. So here I use the value, this first Voronoi, and move this node something like here. And here I search for the node, which is the color ramp, and put this into the roughness. And here I use this value into the factor to apply the color. And now the material is too much shiny, and here I select this, and increase this value to make it some more rough, and I think this is looking so nice, beautiful. And we adjust some more value to refine this. To see the sandstone edges clearly, we change this Voronized texture from F1 to distance to edge. Now this is looking nice. Sandstone rock material. So this is the node setup for this material, and by pressing F12 you can see this in the rendered view, and this is the final render of the sandstone rock material. So in this way, by using the shader editor of the Blender, you can easily create the sandstone rock material. Thanks for watching.